Welcome back to Houston Life. Okay, how many of y'all out there have ever worn uncomfortable shoes? High heels,
yes,
work
all
shoes, whatever it is, right? So that's the reality for so many, especially women in our community whose feet are killing them at the end of every day. But one Houston entrepreneur has stepped up to change all that.
Dr. Steffie Tomson is a neuroscientist. She actually left the lab she worked in to create a shoe line that combines the comfort of sneakers with the style of heels. So I visited her office near the 610 and 290 corridor to get a closer look at Getaway Sticks. Hi. Thanks. Today we're here with Dr. Steffie Tomson, who is an entrepreneur of a women-owned business right here in Houston. Now, the doctor part comes from her experience in neuroscience. So we're here today to find out how someone who is so knowledgeable in neuroscience made their way into the shoe business. Hey, Dr. Steffie, how are you?
Hi, Tessa. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so tell me how these paths of neuroscience, where you originally started out your journey, ended up in the shoe business.
I realized as a cognitive neuroscientist how much time my brain was spending processing what was on my feet. So I brought all my favorite quote unquote comfortable heels into my lab. I sliced them in half with a bandsaw to find out what was in there that made them so awful. And I very quickly realized that our heels are full of plastic and metal and screws and nails and all these very tough materials that just don't serve us anymore as women. And I thought, why don't we just make this out of foam? Surely if we wear sneakers all day and we run and do long distance in sneakers, can't we take the same material and put them into heels so I can walk 10,000 steps a day and look professional doing it?
Are there any of those like neuroscience techniques that you're still applying today?
The thing that I always bring with me from my cognitive neuroscience training is, what are we thinking about? How do we perceive our world? And what's on our feet is part of our perception.
So let's get into it. What are your shoes all about?
When we get home from a long day of walking in these awful shoes, it's not just that our feet hurt, our whole bodies are tired. So I thought, why don't you just have foam in that midsole piece? So now in our heels, we have 2 vertical inches of foam, and it really dramatically increases our longevity throughout the day and also just our happiness factor.
What validates the comfort of your shoe? Do you have feedback? Are you doing testing? I mean, what are women that have tried or used the shoe? Do you have repeat customers?
My favorite comment actually from a customer, wearing your shoes, Steffi, makes me so upset. And I thought, oh no, because I realized that this could have been done years ago and no one did it.
Wow.
Why have we been suffering?
Ever gonna do sneakers, or is this always gonna be the working shoe?
It's coming down the pike. Yes, I've already got
okay.
the works with a little slip-on sneaker. We've got a casual sandal. We've got a slipper coming out. We have an actual full platform wedge. We're starting from the ground up.
Right.
So every piece we design on our own, which takes some time, but it's also just heads and tails above everything that's out there.
Okay, then I have 2 questions. 1, can you show me around the place because I want to see it? And 2, can I please try on some of these shoes?
100%.
Let's do it.
Start our conference room, and here we have our collection of shoes.
Do you have a favorite, or is it like they're all my babies? I love them all the same. Is there one that really sticks out right now?
A little bit of both. Most excited to wear this one in our azalea color. This is just really beautiful. It's a fun pop of color for the fall. But we do have, I'm also really excited to introduce, this is our first boot ever.
Wow.
So we have our Rome foam in a boot, so they're gonna be the most comfortable little fall booties. That no matter which shoe you pick up, this midsole piece, that little triangle, this is what's all foam.
Okay.
Normally in a shoe, foam is just right here and you squish it, but the rest of this is plastic. In our shoes, this is all foam.
And that's protecting you from the shock of the cement, the pavement, whatever hard surface you're walking on.
All of this foam is absorbing all that shock that we that we get with every single step we take.
Okay.
And so instead of our joints having to absorb that, our foam is absorbing that. So it just leads to a much better experience.
When someone actually orders, you guys have a warehouse. You want to show me that?
Absolutely, it's right behind you.
Okay, let's go. It's surprisingly beautiful, organized.
So we designed the boxes and we designed the warehouse, and we try to keep it as organized as possible so that fulfillment is as fast as possible. We know exactly where to go and which box to pull.
For me, this would be the first shoe that I would purchase, would be the black heel.
Let's do it.
Okay. I feel like Cinderella here. Forgot to shave my foot hairs here. That's okay. That's okay. This is real life. Oh, wow. These are light as a feather.
Hey.
I can't believe it.
How do they feel? Take a spin.
Yeah, I mean, I could like run in an Olympic race right now.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, cool. Well, look at us.
Yeah.
Look at us wearing the shoes you designed. Shoe high five. So Derek, what do you think?
I think
of
they're
my
beautiful.
Getaway Sticks. So it's called Getaway Sticks because that was what you used to call a woman's legs, her sticks or her stems. And this was something that you could, trot around in. But I do really like them. And they have this really easy clasp here. So she just wants to make, women's lives easier. She used to have to go from lab to lab and be walking. And, you can tell the difference. I don't know if you saw the shoes I had on. There were these wooden heels.
Chunky.
When I put these on, I was like, oh, it's absorbing more shock for me. As we talk about aging, your knees, your joints, everything. You just want to protect what you're given initially and not abuse your own system so much. So right now, this is really cool. You can get 20% off your first purchase of Getaway Sticks, and all you have to do is use the promo code HoustonLife20. Okay, use that at checkout. We have a link to start shopping on our website, HoustonLife.tv. Thanks again to Dr. Steffie, because that was
great.
so nice of her to.
Well,
yeah.
the fact that she had an idea and she totally changed course from what she was doing previously, but I wish her the best. Do they run true to size?
Yeah, they are. So I believe these are the 8s, and
what you normally wear.
that's what I rock. That's what I rock in a heel.
Okay, well, they're beautiful.
Thanks.
Maybe she'll make a men's line at some point.
You know what? I love it because we all just want to have comfort and style. Is that too much to ask?
We sure do. Form and function.